So I played Spectres last league. I only put about 3x into the build, so you can imagine the shock that I experienced when it predictably did like 0 damage. So when I decided to revisit the build and fix my mistakes this league, I had 2 goals. 1, incorporate some of the cool new toys that we got, and 2, spend all of the currency. So yeah, welcome to my kind of a build guide, not really a build guide, more like a showcase of a build that I actually have no idea what I'm doing with the movie, I guess. Anyway, yeah, we're doing Spectres. Let's talk about how we scale damage. Now, if we're being honest here, the minion nodes on the tree suck. They're not that great. And this is understandable. Spiritual Command really limits how much minion damage they can put on the tree, because if you put too much minion damage on the tree, suddenly everyone and their mother are hiking over to Templar to map efficiently, as if that isn't already happening. Q3.10 and the introduction of Renewal, and the slightly more, oh my god, that's busted, Vicious Bites. Now, Renewal is nice because it's a multiplicative source of damage that can easily be built around, and it's rollable on both the large and the medium minion clusters. Vicious Bites, however, is a bit more tricky. See, Vicious Bite is absurdly powerful, but that level of power is balanced out by the fact that it can only occur on larges, ruling out any voices abuse or any crazy amounts of stacking. However, GGG in their infinite wisdom also gave us the Megalomaniac. With its 3 random notables, this Rubik's Cube of a jewel ranges anywhere from moderately useless to the most powerful jewel in the game. We can exploit this. So our passive tree slots in 4 of these, each with a Vicious Bite and 1 other node of moderate usefulness. In total, our final cluster jewel setup gives us 30% chance to deal double damage, 300% crit chance for our minions, and 300% crit damage for our specters specifically. Perfectly balanced as all things. But wait, there's more. See, I also felt like throwing Algor Mortis into the build. Now, if you're in the dark about what Algor is, it's the paramits that you rage vol every time it drops, because it dropped instead of voices for the 47th time in a row. I'm not angry, trust me, I'm really not angry. Mortis really is an insane amount of damage for the glove slot. It also enables sap, but we actually have no way to get that into the build, so whatever. The thing about these gloves that's really interesting is since that we already have to support our build with elemental equilibrium, we have to cast some spell to trigger elemental equilibrium. It might as well be vortex and then buff our damage even further. This is also how we automate our curse application with Ellie weakness on our gloves, which took me forever to corrupt, and Assassin's Mark on the ring, which was relatively easy to acquire. This creates kind of an interesting playstyle. Since as Spectre Summoner, you're always running forward and convocating your minions up to you. Now, with the Vortex in the build, you are also placing yourself in your zones of unhappiness and whatever looks like it won't die, instead of just running around randomly. Which brings me to my choice of Spectre. You see, Algor Mortis locks us into lightning big specters, and while yes, slave drivers will always be spicy, I wanted to play with some of the new ones. Now, Bear Knight Thaumaturges were weak, Esh Spiders were just worse, slave drivers, Sintil Synthetes are a pain to get, and also kind of mediocre. And then there's these, my new babies. Bear Knight Preachers are a versatile new Conqueror minion that casts Ball Lightning and a Star Projectile Nuke that has hella base damage, but unlike the Act 5-10 variants, these guys won't cast Storm Call, and they have no basic attack, so your DPS is never going to randomly stop happening. The downside of the Spectre, it's slow moving and it's short range, something my Algor playstyle almost completely negates. Now, right now, you're probably looking at my 4.9k max HP and thinking this Dine and Dash playstyle is suicidal in nature, so let's talk about defenses. Our primary defensive mechanic revolves around self-applying Bone Offering, boosted to level 30 by 6 global minion levels, and Empower. This is about 30-30 block chance after the Necromancer reduction. Coupled with the Glancing Blows notable, upped by the Dual Wield bonus, and 1 spell block notable from our Megalomaniac, we are block capped, almost block capped. In addition to the damage reduction this gives us, Bone Offering also lets us recover 700 HP per block that hits us. Add to this the 10% damage siphon effect from Jinx Juju, the Fortify, Discount Combs, and crit immunity from our Summon Animated Giraffe, and the 11% range damage reduction in Nearby Blind from Flesh and Stone, some other Necromancer things. Add this all together and we're deceptively tanky. You could take this even farther if you wanted to and block cap with a shield, regear for chaos resistance, and go Divine Flesh instead to actually never die. But I'm not willing to give up even a single ounce of damage to do that. But, I mean, you could if you wanted to. So how does all of this handle 100% delirious triple beyond T9 teams? I don't really care. I honestly despise the current highest tier of map content that is available, mainly because I can't render it at like any more than 1 frame per second, but also because I don't enjoy it. I really don't think I'd enjoy it even if I could. I mean, I did it for the challenges. It can do it, but honestly, I never really go outside the base mechanic and like T16s. That's where I'm happy, which is breezy with this build, which is great. Boss kills are never more than a few seconds long, maps are fun and dynamic, series takes like 6 seconds, and I can sleep through simulacrums. If I ever actually get around to like upgrading my computer to handle the highest juice maps, a couple of better weapons and a better crafted helm would probably easily stroll through it. Of course, if you don't care about thematics like I do, you could just like switch to Grip of the Council and Redemption Sentries and do like all of the more damage for no reason. Anyway, yeah, that's the build. This is UE, see you around.
Putrefy, rot, spoil, and fester.
Exile, do something! I need more mana.